Recording in progress. To put Cynthia, we're supposed to put our business cards in the,
Oh, I didn't bring one. I don't have.
well, we put your name on one, or we'll let Margaret do that one.
Okay, yeah.
Are we doing that? I don't think we're doing that.
Oh, you're not, okay.
Yeah, it's not on the agenda.
I saw the email though.
I thought she did say it on the email.
Oh, well, it's not, usually it's on the agenda.
All right, well, maybe while people are joining, maybe we should do affirmations first. Remember how to do affirmations, Cynthia?
No.
Cynthia,
Mhm.
yeah, you
No.
like Cynthia, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. I was gone so long.
So let me look at my phone.
Okay.
There's an app called Prompter. Did you ever
But
put,
I think I
or did you ever put it on? Yeah.
did. That was the beginning of last year, wasn't it? Or the.
Margaret's been doing it, I
She's
think.
been doing it a while,
every-
right?
Yeah.
Don't go to my.
And then Prompter tells us what to write.
I know it gave a list of what to write or something like that.
Hey, Joseph, how's it going?
Going pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good? Right.
Good morning, Joseph. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well.
Good. It's Marian and Cynthia here at the office with Raymond.
Yeah, it was an app, wasn't it?
It isn't. We're gonna just start with our prompter
Affirmations.
affirmations. So it's an app that looks teal, just like exit color, and then you click on get daily affirmation. Here's mine.
Let's.
Okay, sounds good.
You should wait, yeah, till more people are on. So did you see it?
Oh, I'm not.
Hey, Celeste, how you doing?
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
You actually have to have it.
This is this one?
No, well, exit Realty, it looks like this. See, this is a prompter.
Oh, no, I didn't get that one.
Okay, so
It was already gone.
go to the App Store
Okay.
and just type in prompter.
Okay.
All right, welcome everyone. We're gonna start with our affirmations.
Oh. How about Nikki? Where's Nikki?
It's slow going in.
Alright, and then you'll say at your daily affirmations, it gives you 10 of them,
Okay.
and you're supposed to write them down. And then take a picture of them. On the bottom of the app, you take a picture and put them in.
Okay, my thing is slow. Okay, so I'm at the app store and just put in app.
Prompter, it's called Prompter, Prompter, Prompter. And it'll look very teal. And the idea is, and a lot of trainings have this, is to do these first thing in the morning and
Okay.
get you on the right track for the day. And this app, if you take a picture, it'll keep track of how many you've done, whether you've done them. This number 5 for me says, I have absolute self-assurance. And I took a different training. I took Windermere training and absolutely started with affirmations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was called ninja training. Well, that would be me. I can be sloppy too, right, Raymond?
Yeah, I kind of shortened mine too, a little bit.
Yeah. Why am I not surprised at a young person like you? Get it?
This thing is okay.
I was gonna say, you might wanna go on the Wi-Fi here.
Yeah.
If you go on the, what is it, Netscape
Next year.
16 or Netgear 16 or whatever it is, that it might make it go faster. Right? Mhm. Okay. And then you go to the little camera. Picture. Prove to yourself you did it. And then you send. Success. So streak is not very long, because I don't do it when I'm on, but we do it whenever.
Mm.
All right, you think Dorothy's not gonna be here? Connie, how about Connie?
I'm sure about mine. He's got about 3 new listings coming up.
That is, good, good. Well, let's start, because Cynthia knows what to do now.
Yeah, I'll work on it and then I'll get it.
Celeste, Joseph, and Berta, we're gonna start with, at the end of the month, I always attend a SCORE meeting with Jody. And all the different brokerages have a representative that comes in, and Jody puts together a whole group of slides about what's happening at SCORE, not just this month, but coming up like almost from the first quarter. So let's go through those slides. Can you guys see the slides?
Yes, I can.
Good, good, very good, all right. So the first one here, what's the date? Tuesday, February, oh, we can't see that Raymond over there. February, it might be
Oh.
February, all gone. This one might be. So this meeting occurred on January 30th. So yeah, I don't think so though. I think this fire one is one I wanted to attend. I don't know if we can make that smaller and see it.
I don't.
You don't think so? Okay.
It's part of
But
it.
yes, they're gonna have a couple different ones about fire zones and insurance. So let's go to the next one. And then you could see these are Zoom, it's free if you go to SCORE. Sometimes they charge you if you do it by Zoom. This is volunteering, obviously, for the SCORE, whole group of SCORE people volunteering at one of the parts. That must be this Sunday, February 16th. Okay, next. Here's February 19th, leads. This is about leads, top producers, lead generation styles. again, live at SCORE or on Zoom, and looks like this one's free no matter what. March 4th, this one, they touted, Jody thought this one was going to be fabulous. This is about natural disasters. And so they have how to clean up after national disasters and who to talk to with natural disasters. So I did put this one on my calendar, Tuesday, March 4th, 1 to 2. Here you could see live at SCORE or on Zoom, and it's $5. In this case, they're charging $5 for this one. And we could, Raymond could send these out to everybody afterwards. Here's the fire insurance one, March 18th. And again, she touted this. She thought she got a really good, Jody puts all of these together. She thought she got a really good group of people to talk to agents about the insurance issues that are happening both for buyers and sellers right now. And I think this Carl Lee at Compass, I think he has some examples to share with people. I think I put this on my calendar too. All right, next. The Real Awards are coming on April 10th. Now these, I think the next slide is also about the Real Awards. No, all right, go back. So the Real Awards SCORE actually goes through and uses the MLS to say who is in the top 3%, top 1%. And then they're a big awards night, April 10th. And so if you think you're going to be in the top percentage, I think Dorothy was last year, then you want to save this date for sure. And also if you have anything off of our MLS, that was her big thing to tell you, is if you did something in the Central Valley that's not on our MLS, then you have to contact SCORE and tell them about those, because that doesn't naturally come up in their counting. Sooner the better, she said. Okay, next. Sponsors welcome. This is CBVA is coming back live, I think, and this is Cambrian, Blossom Hill, and Almaden. I don't think they've been live for a long time. They've just come back live, and they're actually looking for sponsors. Like probably not important to us, but if we're going to sponsor breakfast, it's probably Morgan Hill or Gilroy, but here it is if you guys want to see it. Next one. This I thought was very important. Even I might do this. This is the 45-hour DRE license renewal. And Jody's point was you could do it live here, you could get the job done, even if you have 6 or 8 months or even a year left on your license. If you do this now, it'll kick in when your license expires. So even if you're like 3 years into it, I think every 4 years you have to renew. I think if you just did, Nikki, right?
Yeah, I waited till the last month, so I don't advise that.
Yeah, because it's very. But this, if you physically go there to SCORE, you kind of get the job done. And again, they were saying, because again, you got a lot of agents on this call. They said that this Charlie is very funny and he's very light, and it's a great way to kind of get your license renewal done. You could see they're going to do it 4 times.
You just have to do this one class to renew, and then
No, it's 3 days.
Oh, 3 days.
3 days of training, but you could do it March, June, September, or November. They're going to run them all.
Got it.
They're going to run them all, and they usually have lunch, light breakfast and lunch provided by different sponsors. So.
And the 185 covers all 3 days.
Yes, right. And it's live at SCORE. I don't think you could Zoom this. She didn't say you could Zoom it. I think you go live. But getting it done, like you said, in person is.
That's nice, 3 days.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
It saves you having to do it all online. Okay, that I think was important.
But if you,
Go
but
ahead.
if you do it online, it's free, just to let you know. You can do it online for free.
Yes,
Right.
you just have to have a lot of discipline to do that, so.
Oh.
For me, just going 3 days would be better, but again, you decide how, but the SCORE wants you to know they're doing this. Okay, next. Save the date. So here's the real awards are at the airport DoubleTree. May 7th is baseball night, the San Jose Giants. I've never gone, but I know.
I went last year.
Did you go?
Mhm.
And it's fun. They said it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. They give you all kinds of goodies and it's cool.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
May 7th. And that's not the San Francisco Giants, that's the San Jose Giants.
Yeah, don't get it confused.
The barbecue though, July 17th, a lot of people like to attend the barbecue. You could put that on your calendar. Then they added the golf tournament and the Christmas party. So these are big save the dates for SCORE events. And they did make a strong pitch for the Realtor Action Fund, fighting private property rights. I think we had somebody here talking about the Realtor or RAF, Realtor Action Fund. They were talking a lot about the electrifying of some of these bills, and I know Morgan Hill has one that everything has to go all electric. I think that the Realtor Action Fund is really trying to push back on those. So anyway, they work on our behalf and they ask for donations, of course. And what do we have next? That's it. So Jody did say there's gonna be a lot more SCORE programs for us. So every month we should get an email from them. So anyway, any questions on that? All right, Margaret is kind of busy. So we did affirmations, we did our calendar from SCORE. I don't know what she had for social media. Log into Facebook and
She makes everybody log in, like everybody's stuff on Facebook or, exit stuff and share them
right now. Should we do it
Yeah.
right now?
or post or.
All right.
Did you guys do a drawing?
No, well, we don't have the money. Marcus got the money.
Margaret, she's writing an offer anyway, so she's got, okay. Margaret has somebody in her office right now writing an offer, so. All right, well, let's go to Facebook. I can go to Facebook. What did I see on Facebook? I think the last one I saw was Edgar's birthday. Did you do one after that, Ring? What's the latest one?
I think there was something else on there.
I will tell you guys, I know you all know that Operation Freedom Paws has a very nice Facebook page. If you want to go to that, we will hopefully be posting on there pretty quickly with our big check that we've given them of over $5,000. But they've had a bunch of things about George Kittle. George Kittle, his nonprofit is Operation Freedom Paws.
And what is Freedom Pod?
It is the one we did the pet photo.
Oh,
with,
for that,
right,
oh, okay.
and
Those two things.
veterans, for veterans and veterans'
Okay.
families.
Okay, that's.
But George Kittle is, what is it called? Cleats for a cause. All the football players wear cleats for a cause,
Mhm.
and they each pick a cause, and he's their
That's
cause.
part of that.
Yeah, he's their cause. Or they are his cause.
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm gonna have to search exit here. Exit up here. We just wanna like it, is that right?
Like it or share.
Like or share.
Hi Celeste, yeah. What's up?
Yeah, well, after we finish talking about social media, I have a question or subject I wanted to bring up.
Okay,
You can go ahead.
Well, I wanted to ask the agents who have been representing or have represented buyers since the change in the compensation. When you have a client, a buyer client, and you contact the listing agent, do you raise the question of compensating the buyer, basically yourself, when you contact the listing agent about a property that
I mean,
the
you can,
client
but
is
I would
serious
always-
about?
I would always word it as the seller offering concessions. You don't ever want to say commissions at this point because I think that's kind of. I don't think we're using that word generally anymore when sellers are gonna be paying, it would be concessions. So I would just ask, hey, are they offering any concessions on the sale?
So Berta's on. I don't know, Berta, do you want to comment? Berta was on.
Well, Raymond's answer, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
Raymond's.
Do you hear me, guys?
Yep, we hear you.
Yes, thank you. So the question is, can a buyer's agent, if I understand correctly, I want to make sure, if the buyer's agent can ask the listing agent if the seller is willing to pay to offer concessions, right? That was the question.
Yes,
And then says yes. You can ask that. That's no problem to ask. At the same time, I think that I'm not using the MLS too much these days. So those people who do, please let me know if there is a section now on the MLS where the listing agent puts this information. I believe it is. Is that true or not?
They put it in private remarks, but I think even agents are not really doing that because it is kind of I don't know.
Cause the sellers know that they don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more of just you ask the listing agent and then they will tell you yes or no. And then
It
if it's
will
a
be very
no, then you have
interesting
to
to
work
find
that out
out.
with your buyer.
All right, but the answer to your question, whose question was it? Whose question
Celeste.
was? Ah, okay,
I,
all right. So the answer is yes, you can ask. You can
so
ask.
what, I understand. So what have our agents been doing? Marion or Nikki, have you guys had this conversation up front with listing agents? Have you represented any buyers? I guess that's a question.
I haven't had the
I
conversation
have
with
not,
anybody.
Celeste. no.
Okay, okay.
But again, I have seen it in MLS listings, in comments. If it's
Okay.
not there, they just call. I
And
guess.
if they say there is none, you just have to pick it up with your buyer, you know, you just let them know that, hey, they're responsible for the commission. And you can even get creative with it, I mean, sometimes you can raise your offer and then ask for the concessions back. And then. Yeah.
Put it in
Put
your
in,
offer.
put it in your offer.
Put it in your offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go
It's,
that way.
I think
Sure.
that it's very similar to the questions that we asked in the past, at least I did. Is your seller willing to negotiate the price? Is the price something that we can work on? Those things we did ask, right? We did ask in the past, right? About the price.
Yes,
So yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay.
okay.
Of
you.
course, yeah, of course, if the listing agent is not willing to talk to you about that, then you can always submit an offer and, do it through the offer.
Good question, actually. It's just, there's not that many buyers out there, I don't think, I think there's a shortage of buyers right now.
Yeah.
Do we wanna go to inventory, or do you wanna do the video first?
I was gonna see if we can get to the video, but I don't know if I have the link. Let's see.
Angel Tucker using disc topic 2 is what the video is.
This is an unlisted playlist, I don't know if I have access to.
Oh, I thought you just had it there.
That's an old video.
Oh, is it an old?
Yeah, it's not, oh, wait. Playlist.
Can you guys all see the video coming up?
This is not the right one.
Topic 2, she said. Yeah,
Yes. Yes, I see it.
2-minute videos, these are not the.
oh,
Dorothy's on, there we go. Look at how she,
I thought that was it, no?
no, that's always our trial one.
All right, right now we're looking for Angel Tucker using disc. Topic 2 is the dominant personality. Let's make this phone. Well, while Raymond is looking for this here, does anybody else have a lesson learned from the last week or two? I guess, you know, we had compliance last week, so 2 weeks. Any lessons learned? Any questions? Like Celeste had? Berta, any compliance information that you might want to share with us?
I'm sorry, what did you say? One more time, please.
While Raymond is finding this video, is there any compliance information you'd like to share? Anything, I think you did put 1 or 2 emails out of new information.
I didn't think along those lines. Yeah, I would love that if I see something. So, are you talking about this particular video that's what you want me to reference?
No, Margaret just has on the agenda compliance information. I didn't know if there was anything special you wanted to bring up.
That's nothing. Oh, you mean without this video, it's separate subject?
Yes, separate subject.
Oh, I see. I see. Um, well, compliance information, I think that basically what I would like to ask you guys, please, definitely make sure that you file documents on the pipeline as we decided, as we all agreed upon. I don't see that happening, and I don't understand why. Why not? So, if you need additional explanation from me, as I keep saying, I'm always available, please. But I do want to see, like a perfect picture, to see the order of the documents that make it so much easier to work with and handle and help Margaret in case she's audited. So please, those who do have files, go back and take a look, and kind of take another look on your own without me pointing out. That will be very helpful.
Okay, good, thank you. If there's anything else, let us know, or any lessons learned, and Raymond's getting us ready here for our video. All right, what do you think, Raymond? You got it?
Yeah.
All
I
right,
just got some of the printouts going out.
all right. So just make sure everybody you could hear it
Oh, trying to do that.
once we get it started.
Yes, yeah, that's not gonna come on.
No, and we're trying to print. Oh, trouble printing.
Oh, it's not.
We want Raymond to do everything else. What did you say?
Oh.
Here, I'm gonna start it.
The first seems like not working.
This is the user guys.
Yes, this is the, I think it's D.
Okay.
Angel Tucker here with the first video in our 4-part series that will introduce the wonderful world of DISC to you. You will understand people so much better after these 4 sessions. You'll want to make sure that you have that fill-in-the-blank worksheet with you for each session before you begin. The letter D stands for...
Okay, we're trying to print out the fill in the blank worksheet.
Uh-oh, you're printing something out?
Well, I was trying to.
Oh,
That's what Margaret's printing now, but we can go through maybe without the worksheet and go back to the worksheet. Let's just do the video.
Are dominant. They're outgoing and task oriented. They're represented by the color green. Whenever a D thinks of the color green, they think of either money or action. Their sign or their symbol is an exclamation point.
Sorry, can you guys all hear on Zoom? Just want to make sure you guys can hear it.
Yes, I can hear it.
Because everything in their life is about getting stuff done. So exclamation point represents action. Here's some words that describe them. They're demanding, they're direct, they're very decisive, they're a doer, they like to get things done. They're a director, they like to tell other people to get things done. They're very daring, they're dreamers, and I don't mean silly daydreamers. I mean, I can make some big things happen dreamers. They're very diligent. Now, here's the challenge word. If you're a D, you may be surprised by this, but sometimes the D types can be just a little defiant, okay? I know you don't believe it, but we can be. I say we because this is one of my 2 dominant letters. So Ds are only about a 10% of the population. This number usually surprises people, including the dominant D types themselves. There are 2 reasons. The first is, if there's a D around, you'll know it. They make their presence known, so it seems like there's more of them than there really are. Secondly, if you are a D, you surround yourself by other Ds. In fact, the only one who is not a D is probably the one you married. And you wonder what is wrong with them. You're thinking, why can't you be normal like the rest of us? Now, here are the basic needs of the D type. Choices, challenge, and control. Knowing the basic needs of each personality type is very important. In fact, if you can't remember how to interact effectively with a specific type, just meet their basic needs. If you can do this, you'll be on the right road to creating a win-win situation. The communication style of the dominant D is bottom line. They don't want lots of extra details and information. They just want to know what they need to know right now to work on whatever they're doing right now. It's actually very easy to get along with a D as long as you do everything exactly the way that they want you to. And they love to be in charge. In fact, you don't even have to ask them to be in charge. If a D goes to an event and it looks like no one's in charge, well, guess what? They're in charge because somebody has to take control, and they have no problem doing that. This personality also believes that time is money. They don't sleep well at night because they're thinking of all the things they need to do as soon as they get up the next day. By the way, if you are a D, you may want to start taking something at night called ashwagandha. I'm going to spell that for you because it's a big word. That is spelled ASHWAGANDA. This is a natural form of Ambien. You can get it on Amazon or many retail stores. The brand I use is Goli, spelled Goli. To a D type, everything is a task. In fact, when they go to a restaurant, they're ready to order as soon as the server comes over. Here's another interesting thing. They'll usually order the same thing every time they go to that restaurant because they know they like it. The task is to get full. They get full so they can move on to the next task. In fact, they may even ask the server to bring their bill when they bring their food. That way they don't have to waste their time waiting for the server once they are finished eating. This is very different from other personality types. For example, an I type doesn't even look at the menu until the server comes over because to them, it's not about the task. It's about the experience. We're going to go out and be with friends and talk and have a great time. We're going to enjoy each other's company and we might eat. Now, the supportive S can't decide what to order, and the cautious C type has to review, categorize, and analyze the nutritional content of the entire menu before they're ready to order. It's crazy how something as simple as ordering in a restaurant is dictated by our dominant personality type. So, back to the time is money mindset of the dominant D type. If what you're trying to tell them doesn't make them money or check something off their to-do list, they're probably not interested. Now, this may be hurtful to some of the other personality types. It may even be perceived as rude. This is actually something I'll go into depth about on other videos. But for now, I'll just say that it has nothing to do with anything else. It's just the way the dominant D type is wired. D types are not good at being present. This is actually the most productive personality of all. They're excellent when it comes to multitasking and doing more than one thing at a time. Instead of paying attention to just one person or doing one thing, they'll choose to do several things at once. This makes it especially challenging in personal relationships because what you want a D to do is pay attention just to you. But it's hard and stressful for a D to pay attention to just one thing. Sometimes it's difficult for them to see the value in paying attention to only one person or only doing one thing. Whenever you're trying to tell a dominant D something so you can get their advice, they may or may not want to be listening to what you say. If you have a problem and they think they already have the answer, all they hear when you're talking is blah, 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 blah. They're thinking, I don't need you to tell me anything. I already know how to fix you. They already have a predetermined solution when someone has a problem. D types love power and competition. In fact, when they plug an address into their GPS, it may show the arrival time, but that is not what a D sees. What a D sees is the time they have to beat. This personality type also can be very blunt and straightforward. They don't flower things up. They just say what they mean. Sometimes they realize this about themselves when they're sending a text or an email. They may say, that sounds a little harsh. I think I'll add a smiley emoji. And to them, the problem is solved. These guys make lists and really enjoy crossing things off their list. In fact, they may write something on their list that they have already done just so they get the satisfaction of crossing it off. Some personality types don't understand the satisfaction of crossing something off a list. I still remember a trip that my husband and I took several years ago to Seattle, Washington. We were going for a wedding and we were spending an extra few days there to do some extra sightseeing. When we were trying to decide what to do each day, since there are so many options, my husband, who is an IS personality blend, says to me, we can just put 5 or 6 things on the list for each day, and if we don't get to everything, that'll be okay. I thought he had lost his mind. After all, you don't tell a D to put things on a list and then say it's okay not to do the list. We ended up putting 1 or 2 things on the list for each day because we knew we could easily check those things off the list. And then anything else we did that day would be a bonus. Now, if you're a dominant D, you understand bonus tasks. The D types love when they can get in a bonus task or mark something off their mental to-do list that they didn't expect to get done that day. This personality type is a fast starter. When they want to accomplish something, they can move very quickly to get the task done. They also prefer to work on short-term projects instead of long-term ones. They also look for a better way to do something. For example, the wheels on our luggage were probably a D's idea. For years, we hauled it around, and a D one day finally said, duh, roll it. So most of us threw out our old luggage and got new luggage. D types are also very comfortable with conflict. They have no problem stirring it up a bit. They also believe it's better to ask forgiveness than to ask for permission. D types usually have a short fuse or a hot temper. They also prefer to do things themselves rather than show someone else how to do them. They figure by the time I show you how to do it, I could have just done it myself. This personality also makes decisions based on logic. So if someone is challenging you, it's one of two personality types. Both of them make decisions based on logic. So if it doesn't make sense up here, then they're going to challenge what you're saying and they can't move on until it does. D types almost always wear comfortable shoes. If you see someone and they're wearing high heels and they match their purse and their earrings and they look fabulous, that is not a D. That is an I personality, and we'll learn more about them later. This personality type can also be a compulsive worker. When they're at work, they feel bad that you're not at home. When they're at home, they feel bad that they're not at work. They've got to learn to relax without feeling guilty. They also have to take the pressure off others because, listen, the other 90% of the population doesn't function like a D. Now, if you are a D type, you need to learn to relax without feeling guilty. I recommend you mark off time in your calendar as an appointment to your family. There is one thing I know for sure. No one ever laid on their deathbed and thought, I wish I would have worked more. You need to keep the main thing the main thing. And unless you want to be walking down the beach by yourself when you're 80 years old, then you should make sure you're putting a priority on your family. I'll give you more insights into relationships in the training titled DISC and Your Relationships. D types are also annoyed by people who are late. Now, here's something funny about a D. It's okay if they're late because they have important stuff going on, but nobody else is allowed to be late. They also believe you should lead, follow, or get out of their way, and they're not repetitive. Here's what a D believes. If I said it once, that should be enough. When I got married, I told my spouse I loved them, and if anything changes, I'll let them know. Otherwise, it's still the same. D types can be very impatient, especially if they feel their time is being wasted. And they're very good at taking control in times of crisis. D types absolutely thrive on opposition. If you tell a D they can't do something, even if they didn't want to do it, now they're going to do it because you told them that they couldn't. This personality also has more self-imposed stress than any other personality. So as a high D myself, there's two things I've had to learn to live by. One, it is what it is. We cannot control everything. There's things that are going to happen that just are what they are. And making a big deal about them is not going to help us or the other person. Secondly, is it going to matter in 10 years? You see, most things won't matter in 10 minutes if we'll just let them go. So Ds, we have to learn to choose our battles because we will make a big deal out of everything. This is one of two personality types who also may interrupt you when you're talking to them. You'll discover the other personality type that also does this in another video. D types are also one of two personality types who become bored very easily. They need lots of balls in the air, lots of variety, lots of things going on at the same time. The D types are spenders instead of savers. This is also one of two personality types who are spenders. The other one is the same one that becomes bored easily and may interrupt you. D types don't like to be told what to do. When you tell a D type what to do, they didn't even hear what you said. Here's what they heard. Do you want to fight? Because they have no problem stirring it up a bit. So instead of telling them what to do, how can you give them choices, challenge, and control? This personality type is also quantity driven. That means it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough. This is one of my dominant personality letters, as I mentioned, and I call myself the 95%er. It doesn't have to be perfect for me to move on to the next task. I just need to get it to 95%. And if I do, it's probably good enough. By the way, you don't have to wonder what a D is thinking. They're going to tell you. They're very outspoken people. They also are busy. They have things to do and places to go and people to see. And because they can make such a quick decision, they get irritated by other people who can't make quick decisions. They get irritated by people who are inefficient, especially if they're waiting on someone to make a decision so they can finish their task. D types are more interested in achieving goals than pleasing people. And they make decisions based on logic, not emotion. They're motivated by status and prestige. In another video in this series, you'll discover how the D type can be different depending on whether they're under control or out of control. I also have a video in this series that talks about how each personality type can be perceived if they're not careful. There's also a session on speed reading personality types that I know you're going to love. I hope this gave you many great insights into the dominant D personality. Can you think of a D type in your life? Is this maybe one of your dominant letters? Are you married to a D? Did you used to be married to a D? That group's usually larger than the first. Remember, it's important to interact with others the way they need you to so you can create those win-win interactions. Don't forget, you can always do a personality assessment if you haven't already. Just go to my online store at usingdisc.com. That's it for this session. I hope you have an amazing week. Take care.
Where is our
Worksheet. There's no worksheet with that
Well, because you guys were printing and we just wanted to keep it going.
one.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
let's print out the worksheet and see, what,
We did print too.
yeah.
I don't know who's on, so Joseph was on.
Connie, Dorothy were on, Celeste was on.
Wait a minute, we need more than one, but that's okay, I'll make copies.
So what we did do is we did our affirmations,
Okay.
we did our social media. Berta talked about compliance a little bit. Celeste had a question about buyers,
Good.
and we asked about lessons learned and got no feedback, so I might wanna read it.
What-
We did not do inventory.
Okay, send it to me.
We did do, well, we did do the score, all the slides from score. You know, I sent the slides from score from the meeting
Not
last
send
week.
it to me right now.
Oh, what meeting was that?
Did not send it to me.
You know, how I go to the meeting
Send it
every
online.
month.
Oh, all right.
So
Okay.
Raymond has them, he'll send them out.
Oh,
We did
okay.
better.
Okay, and then we should put session in the, section in the for, all right. So, so we haven't done the stats or the activities or the imagery. Okay, cool, that's good. Who was here at 10 o'clock, didn't look at carding?
We didn't put cards in, you can wait for next time.
All right. That works for me.
Who was here? Roberto was here, Celeste was here. Joseph was actually first one on Zoom.
Wow. He's probably waiting for Mayor to. His sponsor, his recruit.
Oh.
So she's getting, EXP is giving her a bad time, that's, I was just trying to get that sorted out. They're claiming that she can't cheat, I go, well, we already did change you, we just need you to get out of EXP so we can put you in exit, right? But we changed you to special license. So,
We're giving her a hard
but
time.
she, yeah, because, well, she owed money to EXP. EXP charges a monthly fee. They add up.
Yeah,
I have a little problem with the,
printer's not working.
well, the printer's working, but it's these connections that aren't working too well, something's going on. Okay, who's on? Let's put her up. I wanna see who's on.
now.
I gotta see faces, pretty faces. Hello. And below Joseph, is that Connie? I thought I saw Connie on there. Connie's on, cool, very good. Good morning, all.
I thought Dorothy was on.
She was.
She was.
She was, she maybe is
Oh, okay.
maybe she's driving.
Okay. How did you, how would you all think of the D personality types? Since we're all in the room, aren't we?
I thought it was interesting to figure out, to know who you want in that category.
Well, I could relate to a lot of them.
That sounded very familiar.
Yeah.
Cynthia, you might not have been here for the first one, so
No, I
there is
wasn't.
there is a test you can take, which will kind of lead you to understand
it,
which
yeah.
ones they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I think there's a link somewhere, maybe
Well,
you
she
can
said,
send
yeah,
it.
using this.
Yeah, I had using this.com.
Oh, yeah,
Day off.
okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's a little preview one, I think.
Yeah,
And
right.
down there is also, okay, so we have this great little, did you send it to them? You didn't. worksheet that, as we've had before. So the first question is what's the sign or for a dominant D? What the sign or what? Oh, we don't have the answer sheet. I don't know what that means.
Well, she just said the sign or, right, she said the color is green, but then the exclamation point, the sign or.
There it goes, he's got it out.
Okay, the
Oh,
symbol.
The symbol.
Symbol.
Didn't write that.
The symbol for a dominant D is an exclamation point.
And the color is green, I remember that.
And what does green stand for?
Money,
Or
I don't know,
what was the other one, so let's
action?
action.
go,
Okay.
go, go.
Go, got it, go.
That's not one of our questions, though.
No, but that's a good one here, go. Challenge word for a D is?
Defiant.
Okay, we're not all supposed to. Okay, basic needs of a D are choices, challenge, and control. Oh yeah, we want to control. I'm good. D's believe that time is money. Instead of paying attention to one person or one thing, D types will choose to do several things at once. Oh yes.
For sure.
You know, I used to drive Lisa Lewis crazy because she would want to come in and have this conversation with me. And she hated that I didn't look her in the eye, that I didn't drop everything I was doing just to stare at her. But I was like, I can do several things at one time.
I could listen.
But she would try, she was always, stop.
So she
Did you see Connie's comment?
Huh?
Did you see Connie's comment?
It was right on for her. Yeah, there we go. Can we see the disc form? I think it was right on for the disc. Oh, you mean our, this worksheet? Raymond has to email it to you.
Or he could share the screen.
Oh, share the screen. We're not
Yeah,
sharing.
it's just the answer ones, but.
Oh,
it's okay, well,
no,
She can't even.
no, let's not do the answer ones.
I can't do both, I can only do one or the other.
Right, right.
Send me the answer ones.
That's gonna take,
That's
it's
okay.
another 3
Well,
months.
You can just read the question.
Connie wants to see it. She wants the form.
She's a D, she could like to move on.
Yeah. Number 6, D types love blank and competition.
Challenge.
Power.
Power.
No, power.
D types love blank, they can get in a bonus task. They can win. D types love win, they can get in a bonus task.
Now we can do it without saying answers.
Yeah. D types are very comfortable with blank.
Juggling.
Confrontation.
Multitasking?
Oh, yeah,
Confrontation.
confrontation.
I don't know, I'm guessing.
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah,
conflict.
conflicts.
Yeah, I think it was conflict. D types almost always wear comfortable shoes.
Comfortable.
Well, no, that's my eye. Eye. Types need to like to relax without feeling guilty.
Work to relax without feeling guilty.
No, find something.
No.
I don't know. Move on. What?
Oh,
Learn to relax without feeling guilty. Okay. All right. True or false? D types love when people are late. True or false?
False.
False. D types are compulsive workers. True or false?
True.
D types are ready to order as soon as the server comes to the table at a restaurant. True or
True.
false? D types prefer to let someone else be in charge. True or false?
False.
False.
D types are very patient and love to wait for others.
No.
False.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay, let's get back to the people. I wanna see people. So here's the thing, it's rare to have someone that's strictly a D, right? I mean, this is explaining or talking about somebody that is a D, B, D all the time. There's no, nothing else. But when you take your, figuring out your own exam, figuring out your own, you'll find that we're blends. We have blends, it's rare that you're gonna get a solid D with nothing else, right? You're gonna have a DI, you're gonna have DS, SC, whatever, or an I, or some people don't have any D in them at all, so that's why it's important to, but there is a dominant side, right? And so this is the dominant side that takes, the most time, or that you see the most clearly will be, these traits are a dominant D. So does that make any sense? Maybe Connie, you got something you could add to that because you're real familiar with this program. Trump is a strong D. Okay. I love seeing your faces, but it's very hard to answer the questions.
Okay,
Okay.
that was from before,
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, most people in power are Ds. Because that's, they wanna be in control, they don't like being controlled by somebody else, so. Definitely, most people own businesses are Ds generally, that, run companies, so.
But my I was higher than my D. So.
Oh, absolutely, we know that.
My I was higher than my D.
It's everywhere, her eye, yeah, that's cute.
I mean, you could be both a D and an I, but one
Oh,
could be stronger
absolutely,
than the other,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely, sometimes I'm DI, sometimes I'm ID. When I'm the ID, then I realize, what was I thinking?
Well, these
Sounded
are-
like a fun party, but now I'm like, that's gonna cost money, it's gonna take time. Why do we need to do all that fluff? Anyways. Yeah, it's fun. Personalities are fun. There we go. Can you send the link? No, you just go to usingdisc.com. That's the website. Got it, Celeste? Write it in there. There, he's gonna write it down. Using
I
disc.
got it. Okay.
Although moving a furniture on a regular basis shows that Margaret is not just a D.
That's funny. That's right, that's my eye.
There you go.
Yeah, occasionally, all right. Very cool, all right. Anything else on that? These are kind of fun, we'll do them once a month. Or occasionally, yeah, yeah,
She did touch a little bit, she just kind of mentioned something about C.
yeah,
I think, yeah.
yeah,
So I'm analytical,
Sees the analytical,
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very analytical.
all right.
I have to review, and why is this way? I wanna understand why I'm doing this,
Yeah, good.
Or when you're gonna buy something,
When
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna buy
go look at
something,
the
like, I'm
reviews.
looking at everything and I'm gonna read it, and then people are like, okay, can she just sign?
We'll get to you.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, the other thing I wanted to do, I pulled stats last week. So we could kind of watch, okay, what's going on with the market, where have we been? And so we can go to, did you get them right?
Did you have them on the?
I had them, wow. Oh, my Dropbox, remember? I said my Dropbox.
Yes.
Go to the Dropbox. So I pulled stats on, remember Rick DeLuca says, know your stats, because if you can say the stats, one or two of them, when somebody asks you, how's the market, and not just say, oh, it's kind of good or not good, or we got a lot of listings, or we don't have a lot of listings, that is not happening. Can I get into it? That if you have some specific statistics, you earn immediate credibility.
You know where it is.
And I agree with that.
Okay, you're gonna have to give it to me. And so, and he says, you know, this year over last year, but when I did, no, I'm sure. But when I did the, this, no, Washington DC go. Hang on, we're gonna find the stats I did, so I put them. About folders. Oh, can you put stats on the keyboard or something? The test stats?
I did see it.
Oh,
4
there it
days-
is, there
4
it
days
is.
ago.
Yep, that's the ones, there we go, cool. I assume everybody's looking. I'll look at my other stuff. There we go. So I decided to go 5 years. So I did Morgan Hill stats in Gilroy, Morgan Hill, Gilroy area, because that's where this office is. And then I did Santa Clara County. They all kind of map about the same, so it's not, we're not that different. But I did a 5-year. And why 5 years is because I felt it had a better, you could see a trend better. So let's look at Morgan Hill. And so there are 4 statistics. Okay, what's happening? I just want to open the darn thing. Raymond, why can't I
You have
open
to
it?
download them.
Go down to the name part of DOM, go down to DOM.
Oops.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Morgan Hill, so this is one stat, average days on market, okay,
I'll
there
make
you
it a
go.
little smaller. There's a little size thing.
Everybody can see that, I assume.
Well, look at how high days on market got, wow.
Okay, you got it, well, that's small, I can't see that.
Can you X out that header?
This.
No, the other header, that of your,
Next to that percentage there's a little box. I think it's a full screen.
yeah,
Percentage.
right, to the right,
To the right.
the little box.
Next to the
See it this
100%.
way?
See, that's big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what's that gonna do for me? Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I like that.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
think 75 is good. So, yeah, it goes all the way back to 22, January. 22.
22, that's not 5 years.
22, that's a, yeah.
Oh, this is a 3-year,
Oh,
okay, so
okay.
Morgan Hill, Gilroy went back 3 years, the county I went back 5. Just had a better flow to it, so, sorry. So over a 3-year period, days on market. I mean, we're not the worst, but we've gone back up a bit. So I like to show the tabular data, it's, to me, it's easier to read. But here we go. 22. Days to sell, right, your average days on market.
So that kind of shows January's not that much off.
Well, not from the last 2 years,
No.
but prior to that, the market was better, right?
Yes.
So, and that's why when I went to the county, I did 5 years. So here we are. Well, that was last year. This is all I've
We
got.
closed for.
So we have to go to 2024. October was about the same. November wasn't much different. Not much different here.
That's pretty different.
So is this,
almost 20 days more.
sellers?
Oh, from
market?
last year, yeah.
Yeah.
This is days on to sell.
To just to
Days
sell,
on market.
yeah, okay.
So we're running, so from last year, okay, December of last year we were on at 28 days on market, now our average is 45. So yeah, it's got slow, it was slower this last year than the year before.
Okay.
So year over year. Did have.
There's been a lot about,
But this number is normally really like that, right? I mean,
there's a lot about scaring buyers about insurance for sure. That's why all those presentations about insurance and scaring buyers about taxes. And whether they can afford the taxes and the insurance if they get a big mortgage at 7%. And they're just scaring buyers.
Mhm.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't buy, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
they're frightening them a little.
But that cost depends on the home too, so,
Yeah.
yeah, that comparison,
Just a little slower, right? Slower.
yeah, depending on this. Morgan Hill versus San
Oh my
Jose,
God.
I guess.
Yes, somebody said San Jose, and maybe Dorothy said last meeting, San Jose was crazy how many
Oh,
offers.
they're
they
crazy
would
in
get.
San Jose, just ask Connie too. So, well, even here in Morgan Hill, some homes are really getting a whole lot of extra offers, right?
Mhm.
And that's under the 2 mil mark, but somewhere between 1.5 to 2 is
Mhm.
a hot market. All right, that's, you know. Yeah. All right, let's go to, I don't know if this
I
is,
think if you go down to the black dot things down there, right there, wouldn't that help you open it right there, Margaret?
Yeah, PDF
Under
stats.
PDF stuff.
Maybe
That'll
click
help
on
you
that, that
open
pulls
it.
it up, I think.
I'm just
oh,
saying,
yeah.
yeah, you hover right
okay.
there.
No, I wasn't hovering, I was trying to figure out where the rest of them are now.
Oh, I see.
Is it
Okay,
when you have
that's
access to
okay,
it?
it doesn't matter. But yeah, no. Sure. There we go. Oh, okay, Still more
3
to go.
years, yeah.
okay, still 3 years. Oh, I liked it. So this I thought was kind of interesting, so the,
Prices
Yeah,
skyrocketed,
interesting,
skyrocketed
right?
up and then way up.
so
Well, the cheaper houses maybe are getting sold.
well, this is median, so half of them sales went up and half of the sales below that amount, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we'll go to number of sales.
But it does prove, I mean, when people are looking for cheap houses under $1 million in Morgan Hill, there's not too many of them.
Well, half under $1 million too. So
Under $1 million too, but
half of the sales were under $1 million too, but they're uphill. So we were higher last year than this year, right? We went down slightly, not a huge amount, but slightly. So, and why? I mean, this was, I would say this was interest rates, I don't know. Interest rates and insurance, right? I don't know. What would you all say?
I would say it's just the, pandemic prices coming down a little bit.
Could be.
Pandemic's been gone a while, right? So,
You had a bunch of people buy over asking by a lot in 2020 over the last couple of years.
Again, at $1 million too, you have to pay taxes, you gotta pay taxes on $1 million too, right? That's $12,000.
I mean, it's not totally out of line. Some months are higher than the past years.
I just mean the people who could afford them there's not as many
Yeah.
probably first time home buyers that are out there finding their homes.
Well, it certainly shows that the prices are not increasing as they were before. They're holding steady, but they're not, increasing year over year.
Okay, all right, let's go to, what the heck, civic centers. Yeah. So I'm doing Santa Clara County, this is 5 years, made more sense. So this is everybody in Santa Clara County, right? Median price steadily gone up, but see, it took a little kind of came down a little bit. Adjustment, we call it a market adjustment. So what does that mean? There we go, 5 years. So the 5 years helps, I think, because you're during your pandemic, like Raymond was referring to. But 2025, median sales price in the county went up. Yeah, already.
Oh, I didn't realize last year was such tight prices.
Look at the difference from
multiple
2020,
offers.
look at this, from 2020.
From 2020
So the
2024.
prices are up for sure.
Yeah.
And it shows that, that, buyers sitting on the shelf saying, well, I'm waiting for the price to come down. And I don't know when, especially we have a housing shortage. No, 1.3 back here at 1.86. Look at these, 1.9. That's why I say they are higher. They definitely are higher. Look at this one, 500,000 over that. almost. So, I don't know if you guys can see my pointer.
Yes, we
Like-
can.
Okay, so. So what kind of stats can you, these are the kinds of things you wanna show or remember. A couple of stats that you can say. Okay, how am I, go back without going all the way back? Or just this? I thought we were going on.
Might be the arrow.
Okay. I'll try either way.
Oh, maybe last year 2.38.
Guess we should have just downloaded. Oh, statistics by me. No,
That's 20.
Oh, my goodness.
Again, you have so many people have low interest rate mortgages. And, they're not giving their houses up unless they.
Unless you probably
Really?
downsize and you don't have to have a mortgage.
Right, and so unless they really know where they're gonna go, that's what I was gonna say, Raymond, they've gotta go somewhere where they could not pay outrageous prices to.
Okay, here's 5 years, months of inventory.
Mm.
Okay, let's look at the. Wait a minute, I thought this was 5 years. No. What happened here?
Looks like it's not 5 years.
What happened here?
It's 23 to 25.
Oh. Okay, well, that messed up, but all right, we got,
That's just area one.
yeah, I think.
We
we
could
should
analyze
just-
23 to 24.
Oh.
Which is, what is the state on market or?
Months of inventory, months of inventory. So. Well, that's kind of interesting how last. September.
I think it's almost the same, just right across different months.
August is,
The September was the slowest. Oh, it's kind of wild, right? You would think, no, August, September, July, August, September is usually slow. September is
People
very
would be
I
moving
thought
during that
July.
time.
second half of the year, second half of
I
September.
think because
picks up.
school starts,
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
like to get in.
Well,
they've
But-
already done it.
right, but they're out July, August, September. It's generally the most fun. August is not our best month, nor July. So, but even, it's pretty steady. What does that say? Do you know what it says, Cynthia?
that the housing is low, I mean, there aren't many out there.
Well, basically,
I mean,
if you were to stop,
If you,
stop
Have-
putting new listings on the market, it would
on the
take
market.
1 or 2 months, whatever the number is, the months to sell all that housing available.
okay,
Yeah.
cause I'm looking at August, pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still not a lot of listings, so,
Mhm.
and this was calculated from 2,100 listings. So,
Oh, that seems kind of low. I guess it's only 23 to 25.
Well, that's Morgan Hill Gilroy.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's just Sonic Flare.
No, I don't think so,
Yeah, it's
no.
just,
Morgan Hill. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Area one.
oh, it is, right here, okay.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, it doesn't include San Jose.
So
I
it
don't
would
know.
totally,
yeah, it would be
Imagine.
totally
It
different.
doesn't include new homes, new construction. It does not
No,
include
no,
new
no.
construction.
We can't, they have to, unless they're on, MLS, this comes from MLS.
That comes from the MLS, right? So like Gilroy has a lot of new construction that might not reflect here, I don't know.
Okay, here's ours, did we go through this,
I
sales
think we
price?
did. Sales price, yeah.
Yeah, we did,
Incentives.
okay. Well, I had more, I don't know where they went. Quite frankly, on my computer.
Yeah, maybe if I had to put them in the Dropbox.
I don't know. I thought I had found them on top. We could access. But those, I mean, you can run these stats off of MLS and you should know these, a couple of them at least. So what do you want? You wanna know how many active listings today versus a year ago is what Rick recommends.
Prices.
What the average sales price, he goes by average, days on market, and months of inventory. So there they are, 4 stats that you can have. And you don't have to pull them every week. I think once a month's a good one, just to keep up, okay, how did it happen last month, what happened, so. That's the scoop on those. Any comments for anybody else?
So what's important is to know how many days it's on market. When you're looking at, okay.
I think Rick's message is instead of just saying, oh, the market is slow, that you actually spit out a number. And that, a statistic, and then people think that you're more credible because you actually know what's happening.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's a fact, not just a generality.
Yeah.
I
It's
have a
most-
question.
Go ahead, Bertha.
Margaret, maybe you know, maybe someone else know what I was thinking. Maybe we can add a new, I think I pronounce it correctly, niche, to serve military. Have you ever done this before?
Yes,
You
We-
have?
and there wasn't enough action. Make it,
Well, it may be different
And-
now. I talked to someone and it just sounded so interesting when I talked to that person. So I was wondering, how did you get, what is the way to get military people, like potential clients, leads?
okay, so we're on another subject.
I think, Berta, one time Dorothy ran a seminar, right, about more like mortgages, VA mortgages and stuff.
Yeah, she
What
lived
she
at the VA building in Gilroy. They have the Veterans Hall. And Dorothy's done classes there to try to attract veterans. I've paid to be on websites to give veterans a discount, et cetera. Never got anything out of it. So I don't know, I mean.
It didn't work.
Do you have a recommendation? Is that why you're bringing it up?
Well, like I said, I met with someone who said that it's a great market right now, apparently. And I thought, well, I will ask you, maybe you had this experience because I never had this experience working with military before. So I was thinking, okay, if we do have that, we may create some kind of a program for them working together with the loan officers. But again, we need to find people who specialize in those loans, VA loans. Not everybody is doing them. So I wanted to get your feedback, and sounds like you didn't have a lot of
Well,
success with.
most brokers do have access to VA loans and Cal VA, and there's all those I've worked on before with people. But that works really well when you have a what do you call it, a base, a military base nearby. Then, I mean, I've known people in different exit brokerages all over the country that are near a military base, they do really well. Because there's a lot of movement going on, but here it's just kind of, there's no base here, we don't have Alameda anymore. They've closed all the bases.
Yeah, Monterey is.
Monterey is non-existent, the one out in by Merced is closed. I mean, all that got closed in the 90s with the Clintons, so.
What
We just don't have access to bases, so it's just general,
I see.
advertising. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it makes sense. I see what you're saying. San Diego area, they do have bases there, right?
Right, so they can do very well, but we need to attract the people we have, right? We need to maximize our marketing.
I see. All right, I got an idea. Thank you very much. I understand better now.
Yeah, very good. Anybody else? I mean, we're open to suggestions always. This is
Well,
a platform to talk about things.
Suppose when we're done with Operation Freedom Paws and we get all the picture done, may actually have a database or that of veterans. That
That's a direct
maybe
database, right?
that we could do a special something with.
Well,
I mean, that's their target market.
right? Yeah, VA is very difficult here. The main goal is zero money down. Here is you do not put money down, the payment is super high and most vets will not qualify. There you go. Connie just told you right there in the chat why VA is difficult in our price market. It's our market price that's the hardest piece. So, did you see the chat, Berta?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're right on, Connie. I mean, there's still some movements that some people bought, 40 years ago on a VA loan or 50, and they can buy again, and so they take that equity and can put down and can use a VA loan again. But, it just isn't that prevalent in this area. So.
I understand. Thank you very much. I really understand this better now. Thank you.
Yeah. So, what else we got? Oh, first quarter activities. Oh, we didn't do the inventory.
We
Any
didn't do
new
inventory.
changes? Any new listings?
Oh.
They all,
That's the most.
sorry, what do we got? Oh,
Raymond says Dorothy's got a bunch of new listings.
okay.
Yeah,
let's
coming
see
up.
what we got. We
They're
can
not
sell.
yet, but
Oh, they're not up yet, sorry.
Yeah. Also, but I think the sign came down, so did JC and Edgar, they closed on that house in Jackson Oaks? Or
no,
to be today or yesterday or today, I don't know, something like that.
No.
The Jackson Oaks is like the 21st of the month. They took the sign down. Well, maybe, but that's the seller taking the sign down, not the buyer.
Yeah, I know, I just didn't know
No,
they closed.
it's scheduled, yeah. Trust me, I'm watching the budget. so.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I know
No,
it's
I-
closing on the 21st.
I was,
Thomas Gray.
that's Thomas Gray, yeah, okay.
Oh, wait, let me get the sheet back if you're just gonna be on there. Second, right behind.
Yeah.
Let me take notes.
Oh, close date is February 17th, Margaret, so that's
Oh.
coming up pretty soon,
Good, okay, well, that,
Monday, next Monday.
Oh, Arroyo de Agua was supposed to be closing.
That closed yesterday.
Oh, did it? It closed?
Wait. Yeah.
It was supposed to, but I don't think it actually closed because they were having a hangout.
no, it was supposed to close on Friday and it
Oh.
was,
Oh,
they
did-
moved
oh,
it to
right.
Monday. Yeah.
It's closed. I have the closing docs.
Okay.
Could you please repeat which transaction is closed, please?
Arroyo de Agua.
This one is closed.
Yes.
Yesterday it closed.
Yesterday it closed. Hmm. Okay, so I didn't see any changes anywhere. Unbelievable. I've been working on this transaction this morning.
Yeah, Berta,
That's closed date on the.
Berta, that kind of conversations between you and I and Dorothy, not for the general meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Anything on that you have on these, it's not for public discussion. Thank you. Okay, what are we doing? We got actives? Terra Granada, are those new on? It's just got listings or what's the deal?
Oh, actor, yeah.
I don't know if it's new.
Well,
On
yeah, it is.
January.
That hadn't
Yeah,
been
I
there.
didn't see it.
Oh, this is no, isn't this our,
Oh, it's just a problem one with the power of attorney there. I think,
at
right?
850? I don't think so.
Oh, no,
No, keep going down, let's see, what do we got? No, service addendum, so it's not ready to go on. Okay, I don't know anything about it. She's not here to tell us. All right, move on.
It's the one in-
It's the Walnut Creek one.
Walnut
That's
Creek,
Walnut
right.
Creek, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, Monte de Oro, Glenwood, Sunkist and Campbell was, that's a BMR. We're still there, I got a couple of people, circling it, but they're not looking at Weevil, actually, they came in with Weevil and they're asking about lots 2 and 3. And I can't get a hold of the seller to talk to me because she has. Don't answer my calls. Okay, Old Calaveras, I'm not getting anything on it. Raymond and I have been sending out flyers and stuff to developers, try to get some interest. Monterey, we've had showings, looks like 3 buyers, one I was just in with, a buyer, and I actually sent them off with all documents for them to review. she asked me, where do I sign? I said, no, I don't want your signature. I want you to take all these documents and go through them yourself. There's a buyer broker agreements. You know, there's so many pages. I said, no, you go look at those, tell me when you're ready and you can e-sign them.
She wants to potentially put an offer on?
Oh, she might put an offer, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we're working on. So that'll be an SBA loan. So that'll be, so an SBA loan, you can't do that in 30 days. You're talking 90 to 120 days.
I'm just gonna ask.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
And why is that?
so SBA, Small Business Administration, so she's had a business for many years. So she's got an ongoing business, which is great. So she's got a history of income and that, so she'll probably qualify, I think, she'll be okay. She still wanna wait 120 days to get paid. Anyway, so SBA, you can do 10% down. So what qualifies? It's the business and your credit, pretty much, right? 10% down, 50% actually a bank does 50% of the loan, and that's at 7.5%. 40% is them really written by the SBA, and that is at 6.8%. I don't know why you said the blend was 6.2, but it's
So it's a
6.2.
It's a federal loan. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
Small Business
small
Administration
business,
is
it's
under the federal. So 10% down, 50% the first bank loan, and 40% the feds. So you know, it sounded like high interest rates, but when I did some calculations for her so that she had some idea where she was going. Cause she tells me she was paying at her shop $3,000 a month. And I go, well, $3,000 rent is not gonna buy you $1 million property, right? But she says, oh yeah, but I got this and this and this. Oh, okay, all right, so she's cool, actually. So.
And Margaret, when you say a bank, I mean, do somebody like Guild Mortgage, do they do
No,
those kind
no,
of, they want to
no,
pay?
no.
It's only a
SBA,
bank.
so we're going through Santa Cruz County Bank, which the lender there's a little slow, but hopefully we can push him. Hopefully he's slow enough that he'll be interested in doing this, right? So on his business. No, it's called a, what do you call it? A 504 loan. And that's what they refer to it. So if you're in a commercial space and you hear that, you know what that is. I don't know if it's SP 50 or something like that. I'll get you that. I haven't written it down. But yeah, so an SBA loan is how you're gonna get in at 10% down. That's how she's gonna get in.
That's wonderful, if she could qualify for that, that's great, cause
Yeah.
you're saying they're gonna give her how long is the term
Oh,
on?
25 years on the SBA loan.
And
The other
30
one
on
is
the bank?
probably, no, commercial's usually 25.
25, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get a 30-year one on commercial, but that's only 15. Oh, that's adjustable.
you can
Wait a minute,
amortize
wait a minute. Okay,
Oh.
25 years fixed. One of these is 25 years fixed, the other one is adjustable every 5 years. I think, yeah, the 40%, the SBA piece is fixed. 25 years, the other one, the bank loan is adjustable every 5 years, it adjusts.
And
Yeah,
that's,
so you don't wanna keep that one too.
that's a 7.5, but I mean, if interest rates go down,
Then
that's good, right?
Right, what's bad is they've been going up, so
I know,
the
but,
barrels have been
Yeah.
hurting.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyway, that's our little message on SBA. Commercial world. So you don't necessarily just go in to buy the building.
Right.
You go in with your business, and that's what she will do, is relocate. So, yeah, I didn't know she had a shotgun.
and then what happens if, not that we belabor, but I mean, she's gotta still do a lot of work there, how does she get all that work done? They have to have enough cash to renovate the building for their business.
Well,
Or you
there's
get
another
extension,
thing,
right?
there's some violations on there.
Oh.
So, and it may be that SBA will, fund some of that. I believe, if I recall, they did fund some
I was
when you
wondering.
went in, yes, when I saw
Yeah,
that.
this-
Yeah, so
She
that
can't
might
start
help.
her business unless she's ready to
So
go.
she only needs the front for her business, for her retail, so. And actually, she owns a house in Las Vegas she rents out, and she lives in an apartment downtown, she'll just move upstairs to that apartment, she'll renovate that. Hey, you know what, she's
Good,
she's a
okay.
worker, she's
Yeah.
a worker. I'm.
But I was hoping you would say that maybe small business has another style of a loan to get them to renovate so they can move in, right? That's what would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they will. I'm sorry, my heater's out at home, so I'm waiting for home warranty to send me somebody. No, well, we're supposed to.
It's interesting.
Okay. That's a scoop. Anything else, guys?
Jasmine, still,
Haven't seen.
Oh, that's the
oh,
one,
yeah.
that's the one, okay. Very good, I think,
that's it.
Judy's, when's she closing? Henderson closed.
Yeah, interesting close.
Well, okay, who's in charge of changing from pending to closed?
I think we agreed on it. I should-
Okay, and Del Monte Lane,
March
that's
5th.
for our next one, okay,
Mhm.
we're good. Okay, we have February birthdays, we had Edgar on the 3rd, everybody got those. Daryl on the 5th and Veronica on the 16th. Our anniversaries, Judy, Ori, and Connie on the 14th, on Valentine's Day. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. And just so, I wanna be sure that people confirm with Raymond who's coming to February 25 when we go to San Jose and we get to do the awards presentation. I get to present all those pretty little awards for production last year, and then I'm taking you all to lunch. But I've gotta know how many people are going so we can reserve space. So my first question I have is, we can either go across the street for barbecue, or we can get in the cars and either go to Fa or go up to Maggiano's.
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 Or Fa.
Or Fa. I like Fa myself, that was really good, but Maggiano's good too. So I need feedback, what do y'all wanna do?
Where is it gonna be held?
San Jose office.
Yeah,
last
last
year
year, barbecue, right? I think
Yeah,
last
that
year
was
you
for
went
our,
for barbecue.
well, it wasn't for awards, it was just, we went for our photos, we just went across the street.
I just remember that.
Yeah. So. You wanna, from the office, do you wanna drive to the restaurant, or you wanna just walk across the street? That's depends on what you wanna eat. All of it works okay for me. I just wanna treat everybody, generally, we only treat the award people, but that's not cool, we're all working hard. So,
I go for Maggiano's. I think
I
that'd
go
be
for
nice.
Maggiano's too.
okay, we've got 2 Maggiano's,
At Santana Road?
yeah, we get to park at Santana Road.
It's right at the edge.
Yeah, okay.
No, I mean, that's,
And then
that's, yeah, there's not another, I didn't know if there was another one
No,
somewhere.
no.
There's also, where the fellas go, Fogo de Chão. The
Fogo de
Brazilian
Chão.
steakhouse, they usually go into
Right across the
the
street.
salad bar, and the bar is a really full,
Mhm.
great buffet, that's also nice too. So we can certainly,
That is, and it's right across from Maggiano's.
yeah, it's right by Maggiano's. And then the Fa restaurant is the other direction, it's on Hamilton, the fellows took me over there last week or so, and that was very good, fresh and clean, so. Well, obviously it doesn't sound like that, let's not go to the barbecue, let's try.
Yeah, sounds like everybody's okay.
Okay, I had 2 for Maggiano's, anybody else have a,
I can do a poll for the office. If we want.
oh, there's a chat, maybe somebody's got something in the
Maybe
chat, Connie. I will be there.
No, that's great.
Oh, did Henderson close in January? Yes. Yes. Oh, not Jan, yeah,
Yeah, 123.
I don't know. Yeah, we want you to be breathing better by then. Okay. I don't know when Henderson closed.
25th, it's
Couple of-
next week, it's 2
yeah.
weeks from now, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It closed on the 24th.
24th, so just hang in there. If you haven't been in, you could, there's a check on your, well, the checks usually take 3 weeks. Connie, because you take a check, it takes 3 weeks to receive. No, March, February. 2 weeks from today, we're going to do awards at San Jose office. And you all get to see the new conference room. I'm excited to show it off. It looks really
And
nice.
maybe we could tour Jeffrey if it's getting ready, I don't know. What's another option?
I don't know. I'm out of the loop. Okay, February. Very good.
I'll go to Chow Salad Bar, maybe good too. I just had a birthday thing from them, but it's expiring. I had a $25 off coupon.
Where? Expired?
It's expiring today.
I
was like, oh,
go for it.
No,
Here in Nikki.
I'll go to Chow.
Oh, but there's none down here.
No, no. All right. I don't know. Everybody done? Anything else for the good of the order? I don't get any conversations coming back. Let's see their faces. I can see faces. Yeah, there we go. Stop to share. Oh, you're still there. Cool. Okay, very good. I think that winds it up. Anybody have, what was most interesting today? I mean, what did you get the most out of today? One or two things, one thing? Between,
Say the disc personality,
like.
understanding the personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it is what it is.
Yeah.
I need to learn that.
Have you, after watching that, very good, yeah, Connie, just to remember.
One thing I found interesting is that she says to try and match the personality. However, I don't think being a D to a D is the best way to match.
No, I don't think she means match, one for one, it's, no. React to it as knowing, understanding what they are and match what they need. Give them what they need and what they ask for, you're not gonna create a D personality yourself, but don't be a wild eye in front of them either. So that's what she means in match it, because that won't get you anywhere. If you respect and understand their D and respect them for that, that's what she means.
Yeah, take them to lunch somewhere that's fast, not slow.
Yeah, maybe bring the lunch to the office so they can eat it, have the conversation, and we're done. Why would we waste all that time? Yeah, so, very cool.
Do you feel like most Americans are D personalities?
They say 25% of the population is
Yeah,
a D.
Well, I thought I heard her say about 10%.
Oh, did
Did
say?
she did,
Oh,
she said
okay.
about 10, but she said you'd be surprised that it's only 10%
Ah.
because they're so big.
There's some extra
Oh.
out there.
Yeah,
So it'll be interesting to see what the majority of the population is.
Mhm.
And eyes.
Maybe the I is the 25%, I'm remembering 25% of something, but yeah. We'll see, definitely. Well, those are fun. Yeah, they're only 20, 30 minutes, so maybe we'll do them more often. Get them in there, right? Alright. Anything else? Was that your favorite part of the meeting? You got the most out of it. Is the.
Well, you weren't here when we went through the score things, but
Okay.
they're putting license renewals. They're having 4 live courses this year up at SCORE, and you could go for 3 days and get your license renewed, boom, boom, boom.
Very good.
What it was, $185, so it's on those
Lunch
sites.
provided on those days.
That's what was good for me, because I was gonna go get the job done up there.
There you go. Yeah, use your D.
Right.
Good job.
Good job done.
Okay, fun times, so, very good. I think we're done. So, go off, prosper, call if you need something, you know, we're here. And, she went online to CAR.
Yeah, you can
Renew
go
for
to,
free.
you can do it for free on car.
Yeah.
So did I. And it didn't take long.
It didn't take long, oh, all right.
Yeah, the online, yeah, I've always done mine online too. I know, depends on, it's,
That's what I just did mine.
it's okay. That's okay, you go.
I
Give it on
know.
2 days, you're focused.
I'll bond with all the other people who have to be live.
Very good. All right, folks, thank you. Have a
Bye,
good
guys.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh?